Sup YouTube, I've got a nice little extra here for you, which is a match against Bones once again. I sent out my underused team this time, which is in a little bit stronger shape than my rarely used one. Bones still staying with the team he was using before. Let's get the show on the road. Though he sends out his Drift Limb in a not very surprising move of not very surprisingness, I send out my Blitz, setting up the Stealth Rocks. He goes for the Trick, which gets splits a Choice Scarf and Do You Even Lift a Focus Sash, which is all nice and wonderful. Blitz going for the Psychic, Do You Even Lift going for the Explosion, which surprisingly enough does not do enough to kill the Lazoth there, quite bulky. So going for the Psychic, which does not very much to Flareon, being a fairly strong wall as it is. Going for the Toxic, which is a slightly odd choice of move, seeing as a single attacking move would likely have gotten rid of Blitz. But Toxic doing enough to, I assume, take out Blitz fairly soon. And Flareon still getting to chill there with some little leftover nom-nom-noms. I taunt with Vlad to sort of shut down his nice little Protect and Wish combo there, which was very frustrating in the rarely used games. Vlad just going for the Brave Bird and stomping all over Flareon. Damn, I wish I had a Vlad in rarely used, because he is just a stall breaker and a half. Bones sending out the Sand Slash. Vlad U-turning so he did not get taken out. U-turning into Empoleon. Predicting the Rapid Spin, taking very little from that move, and now Poseidon can happily just scold this thing to death. Sending out his Articuno, a little wiser though, which takes very little from the Scold. But let's see what he's going to do at this point. Probably some kind of cheeky Reflect. There you go. Poseidon going for the Roar, just because he does not like his chances against that Articuno. At this point I send out my Cap Bolt, expecting an electric move. However, the Flamethrower does do a fair amount of damage to Cap Bolt. Going for the Volt Switch, which does not do too much, but still manages to get a switch out into Fang. Going for a Flamethrower, which flash fires Fang. Nice little fucking alliteration there. Fang going for the Flare Blitz, which, even though it is unusual this time, it is still doing a lot of damage with that Flare Blitz. With a Reflect up as well. So, Flare Blitz does damage Fang with the recoil, and Sand Slash is taken out. The Reflect on Bones' team wearing off, and Medicham being around and doing fairly large damage with the Thunder Punch. Fang just going all out with a Flare Blitz, taking himself and Medicham out in the process. And Bones sends out his Manectric. I send out my Drapion for a little Wally McMall wall. Hey girl. Weird name. I'm sorry, I laughed saying it. Goes for the Flamethrower, not doing enough to Antlion to make it count, who sends out the Toxic Spikes and Nom 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 Manectric. Getting paralyzed by the static there, which is mildly irritating even though the Flamethrower took it out. That static. Indeed, as it said in the chat. Raikou going for the Hidden Power, which takes out the Manectric there. He sends out his Articuno. Cap Bolt going for the obvious Cap's Bolt. And Magikarp does stay in for it, as he is the only remaining member of the team. Magikarp going for the Ice Beam, which does not do enough to take out Cap Bolt, and that is game. As you can see, the underused team being much stronger against this one. Bones doesn't opt to play a second game with me, but no matter. I hope you enjoyed the battle, guys, and I'll see you next time. I lied, enjoy the second game. He sends out his Drift Limb, and I send out my Antlion just to psych him out a bit. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which does burn Antlion. Antlion going for the Toxic Spikes. Being hurt a little bit by the burn there. He sends out his Sand Slash, just because he does not want to take whatever it is Antlion is going to do. He goes for the Crunch, which drops his Sand Slash's defense, getting some hit points back with those leftovers being hurt by the poison with the Toxic Spikes. He goes for the Rapid Spin to spin away those spikes. Antlion going for the Whirlwind, because he just does not like having a spinner in there. Being hurt by slowly but surely by the burn, going for more Toxic Spikes. Magikarp going for the Reflect, just for a change. Antlion being hurt more and more by the burn. He's going to send his Sand Slash right back out again. Antlion having not much to do against this Sand Slash. He's just going to go right in again for the Rapid Spin. And Antlion slowly but surely being whittled away. Switched out into the Azelf. Taking the Rapid Spin like a boss. Does break the sash, however, which is important to note. He sends out his Drift Limb, and Blitz goes for the Psychic. and setting up the rocks. Drifblim going for the explosion, which does not do enough to blitz to kill it. However, it does do a heck of a lot of damage. He sends out his Flareon, which is a wonderful little physical wall. I go for the taunt. He tries to use Toxic, which is an odd move. No matter. Blitz going for the explosion, does not want to have to deal with that Flareon. Taking out himself in the process. Up with Vlad. Against that silly little Sandslash. Getting a crit with the Brave Bird, taking out Sandslash. Looking very bad for Bones at the moment. He sends out his Metachan. Goes for the Psycho Cut against Vlad with the Choice Scarf there again, dealing super effective damage to Vlad. Calls back out his Articuno, being demolished by those Stealth Rocks. Antlion uses the Whirlwind to send out Manectric. Getting some hit points back with those leftovers and being burned once again. It's Manectric hitting surprisingly hard with that Thunderbolt and taking out my Antlion. Going into Fang, which gets outsped by the Thunderbolt. Fang going for the Flare Blitz to take out the Manectric, taking itself out in the process. And this is a 2v2, sending out his Manectric, but Metacham rather, which gets a Brick Break on Catbolt. Going for the Thunderbolt, doing not enough damage to take it out, and this Scarf once again getting Bones this game. Horrible shame. Now, yeah, going for the Brick Break, which is a one-hit kill on Poseidon, which is horrible luck on my part. And that is game. I hope you enjoyed the battle, guys, and I'll see you next time.